Let's go to Aaron in Eugene, Oregon. What's up, Aaron?
How's it going?
Good, brother. What's up?
It's good to talk to you.
You too, man.
I'll go with my question. I constantly right now kind of feel like I'm in crisis mode. I'm getting pretty burnt out, and I feel like I'm having trouble leading my family, let alone leading myself, like spiritually and mentally.
Why are you in crisis mode, man?
Well, so my wife and I have been married for 3 years. We have 2 daughters, ages 2 and 1. We own a business that we started about 2 years ago, so we're pretty busy right now. I generally work about 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. In July, we found out that my wife was pregnant, and a month later, we found out that she was pregnant with 2 babies. We were having twins.
Wow.
And then fast forward to October, my wife went in for a regular ultrasound. I wasn't able to be there. I had to work, and they told her that the twins were in high risk, very, very dangerous situation that we needed to operate. And so we went in for surgery that day. And the twins survived about 3-4 days after the surgery.
Man.
We lost them. So yeah, kind of in the aftermath of that.
Yeah.
And just, I just don't have time to deal with that right now because we're so busy. Our businesses are peak season.
Yeah.
So it's just been 24/7 nonstop kind of thing.
Yeah, man. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. I can't think of a more radical trauma than losing 2 twins with a 2 and a 1-year-old on top of that, on top of a very young marriage, on top of a young business trying to make it. Y'all got a lot, man. So you say you're overwhelmed, you should be. Okay? You're not crazy. And you're burning out and you are melting down, you should be. Okay? And I'll walk with you on some things you can do, but man. How's your wife doing?
She's doing well. Like physically, she's recovering very well. But I'm not around to help as much as I would like with the kids. So
what's your business, man?
It's hard on her. We have a mobile tire shop, so we go out to people's homes and deliver and install their tires.
Okay, excellent. Do you have people that work with you or for you?
We have 1 employee currently.
Okay. Are you just scratching a claw to make a living, or are y'all doing pretty well? Like I would hire you to come to my house right now and change my tires. Like that sounds like an incredible business.
Yeah, we're doing. I wouldn't say we're just scratching and clawing, but it's owning your own business. Everything kind of gets reinvested for the first few years, so it's not like we're, rich by any means.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, our finances are really tight because we reinvest everything into the business.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I can't think of a better investment right now than to get some help and get you some space. If you don't deal with the chaos in your home and in your life and in your soul right now, it will deal with you and it will take no mercy on you. And so when you're talking about an investment in the business, sometimes if you are Usain Bolt and you are training for yet another Olympics, a huge part of your training is rest. You're not just running sprints every single minute of every single day. You run really hard for a short burst and then you rest. And right now, your world just exploded. It already was chaotic with a 2 and a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old marriage. Y'all barely said hello as a married couple before you started cranking out kids. And then you had a big time traumatic loss because that's long enough. You made plans, right?
Yeah.
You started thinking about life with twins and 2 knucklehead little boys running around. What were their names?
Lawrence and Andrew.
Yeah. They had names, man. They had the place in your house. They had a place in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You can't outrun that. You're going to have to sit and own that loss and own that grief. And there's not a roadmap for that per se, but that's something that you and your wife are going to have to do. I just know too many couples that don't grieve, or they grieve differently. Everybody grieves differently, but they grieve so differently that it splits their marriage up. It splits their relationship up. The younger kids feel like they're crazy because mom's crying and they're wondering what they did, why mom's upset. Dad's never, like, see what I'm saying? And I'm all about, man, I'm coming off a season. I'm about to enter into another season of intense 14, 16-hour days, day after day after day after day. I get it. There's seasons when you do that, but you can't run that way forever, particularly on the back of a trauma. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So your business may not need to grow for the next 6 months. It may need to just stay neutral. Just keep going. Keep doing great work and hire 2 guys to come help so that you can go home and sit with your wife. There will be seasons when you go back to the 14-hour days, you go back to the grind, you go back and doing those things. It's going to be important and that's going to be good stuff. It's going to be right. Right now, you're the UFC fighter who got knocked out and whose body is so programmed to keep going that he hops back up and just starts swinging again, ends up swinging at the ref or tries to tackle the ref. And then it takes his coaches and the doctor to sit him down and say, you got to stop. That's where you are, man. Now, when I say that, it's easier for me to say that here in Nashville. I'm not in the middle of a busy season there in Eugene or whatever. Could you create a world where you work 9 hours a day and then go home? Is that possible?
I don't know. It seems like it's probably worth trying, though.
I think you're worth that. I think your sweet wife is worth that. I think those little baby girls are worth that. And I think honoring the memory of your 2 boys, Lawrence and Andrew, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But I can guarantee you, as the pace you're moving with the weight of the bricks you're carrying is not sustainable. And I love you too much to tell you it's all good, man. Just keep crushing.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And how you choose to heal and how y'all choose to grief is like a fingerprint, dude. It's different for everybody. Sitting down with your wife and asking how you're going to grieve this. What does she need? What does that look like? And let's say this, maybe you can't take time off of work. So hire a high school kid or a college student to come home for 4 hours a night and help your wife out. And you're going to get behind financially or not get behind, but you're going to just stay afloat, or you're going to take some of your business expenses and you're going to have to roll them back in and you're going to have to pay yourself more for the hours you're putting in, and you take that money and you roll it back and you help out so get your wife some help so she can get some breathing room, so she can have some space to feel. My wife and I lost 3 pregnancies, and I tattooed the names of those babies on my body, and it has provided great conversations for me and my kids as they've asked questions. Daddy, who's that? And why do you have that name right below our names? And what is it? So that's the conversation we had in our house. And my wife and I have had to grieve it differently in different cycles throughout our marriage. Don't let that split y'all up. Go into it direct and be clear about it, man. But when you talk about leading your family, unable to lead yourself, sometimes the greatest thing a leader can do is to take a knee and say, I need to tap somebody else. I need to tap out. I need to tap somebody else in. I need to stop for a second. I need to call some men who I trust, and I need them to hold my arms up in the desert because I can't hold them up on my own right now. I need to call a friend. I need to get some help. I need to get some support. I need to hire a couple more people, even though it's going to really make it tough financially for us. Whatever we got to do to put your marriage first, to put those two little babies second, and then put the rest of your life after that. But man, I'm heartbroken with you. I'm sorry. I want you and your wife to write those two little boys a letter about how much you miss them, about all the cool things that you had planned for them. And I want y'all to read your letters to each other. And that'll be step one on a new healing path for you and her and those two little baby girls. I'll be thinking about you, my brother.